So yeah, again, what I will do is I'm going to create a lot of posts surrounding the cards. Obviously, I'm trying to create a brand presence of my cards so that come August, when my Kickstarter commences, I will be able to show them have enough support to get them made to the highest levels that I really want them to be done in. I mean, if I can't do so, I will create some. I'm looking at creating some handmade versions just to see how it goes. But overall, because I put so much blood, sweat, and tears into this, and it's like my little baby, I really want it to put it out in its greatest capacity. So other people are able to align well with the cards, take in the messages, and put it to use in their everyday lives. But also because I think the imagery is so beautiful, I want it to be able to be seen in its greatest light. Overall, yeah, the post will be generally centered on how to, because I felt like during this process there's information, but there's not enough information, and there's many other people might want to do the same, because there's nothing more beautiful than creating something that you yourself can even use. And I feel like there's not enough information. Trust me, I looked on YouTube. The last place I didn't actually think to look was actually on TikTok, because I was never on TikTok. I'm not a person I'm not really that kind of social media kind of person. As I mentioned in some of my posts, I'm an introvert extrovert, meaning I'm introverted. People that know me think I'm not quiet, but I am. Trust me, I'm quiet. Yeah, I'm quiet. But when I feel comfortable with you, then you see another side. But overall, as I said, I'm not really this social media loving person, and I have never been. But obviously, in order to get your product out there, to have it seen, you have to go online, you have to build a community, you have to put yourself out there in ways that you would never probably do otherwise. So maybe this cards that I created is a metamorphosis of myself, if that's the right word. Please do not correct me. But yes. But yeah, it's been a great experience. I'm just, to be honest, I'm quite emotional about this product, and because I just put so much blood, sweat, and tears into it, I was at the point in my life where I was just like, what the hell are you doing, Naomi? You're such a such age. What are you doing here? You did listen. I was currently doing cybersecurity. Before that, it was art. Before that, it was accounting. Before, so many things, and I think that's just because of the nature that the person I am and my nature. I have so many interests, but mostly overall, my interests are predominantly creative and art space. But I feel like from even schooling, you're pushed towards certain other topics, and you don't really get that push towards the creative arts and art-based related. Well, now maybe nowadays, but in my time, you don't really get that push towards those kind of areas. You're always like told to go the more safer options, and I think that's something I kind of really regret, because I've loved art since secondary school. I even picked art as one of my GCSE options, so it's mind-boggling to feel like I've done a full circle back to the beginning, because even when I was looking at my old Instagram page, I'm like scrolling down and I thought, wow, like I really do love art. I really do love illustration, imagery, comics. If you go in my page, well, don't go in my page, please. But yeah, there's nothing but illustrations, written word, quotes, things like this. So I know it does, to me, as I said already, feel like a full circle of this come back to the beginning, come back to who I'm supposed to be, which is a creative, creating beautiful products, hopefully people that will love. And that's all I have to say on this, really. Disclaimer, I don't know if I said it in the previous post, but I think I'll say it again if I didn't say it. I'm not a psychic. I'm quite an intuitive person, deep feeling. I would more say I'm an empath more than anything, but I do not yet have psychic capabilities and have abilities that are not as prevalent as others. Then that's all I can say on the matter. So yes, I'm trying to think what else I haven't forgotten to say before I close up. Oh yeah, I'll touch on the cards imagery. So when I was at start, I don't know if I mentioned this in a previous video, but as I said, at the start of my journey, a lot of people don't even know that I'm as spiritual as I am now. But at the start of my journey, I looked at many things. As I said, I didn't know where all these things were coming from, like being pushed, waking up in the middle of the night, researching human design, researching gene keys. I'm like, what the hell is this shit? I've never come across these topics in my life. Not even any form of lessons, not through my parents, not from speaking to anybody, but yet still here we go. Here I am at 3 a.m. looking up these stuff. And in doing so, looking at my profiles, it made me have a better understanding of who I am. It actually made me quite emotional, because I feel like someone such as myself, I have so many interests, and I'll be doing this course, I'll be doing this thing, I'll be here, there, all over the place, and it's just like people, and it's exciting, it's like exhilarating to me, but to other people on the outside, they'd be like, why are you always doing so many different things? Why are you da-da-da-da-da? And I'll be like, but these are things I actually love doing, these are things I want to do, that I feel like one thing's activating the artistic side of me, another thing's activating the intellectual part of me. I'm a Gemini, so yeah. But I don't know, it's just part of my nature. So reading something and resonating with it and connecting with it and realizing that, yes, this is a part of who I am. Now I don't have to apologize for myself. I just feel I was in a great headspace. So from there, I just started to do more research, and I got a little bit deeper into spirituality. I wouldn't say some priestess or anything like that. I'm definitely not that. But it's something that connects with me and resonates with me. So I'm gone down that side of life. So yeah, let's go back to what I was talking about. So then I looked at oracle cards and tarot decks, and I really didn't see many options that there's some that resonate with me, but the imagery, the archetype of the cards, I didn't really see myself within these cards. A lot of them are pretty one-dimensional culturally. So, I mean, the messages of the cards itself, fair enough, you're able to get something from that, but not seeing myself in some of these cards. I just thought something's missed, something's lacking. I mean, there is a great number of what do you want to call it? Let's say African American then, or cards of Black origin, or whatever you want to call it. But there's not enough. I mean, or even ones that are like a balance. So I just thought, why not create something that reflects myself? Because really and truly, I was making it so that I could use for myself. And then it just started to rickle from there. So I just ended up creating it started off being like 30 and then 40. And the next thing you know, 55. I'm like, oh my God, how the hell did we get here? So I just thought, you know what, why not share it with other people? If it can help one person, that is good enough for me, because this journey has been incredible. I'm hoping that the messages and the words that you receive help you just as much as they've helped me. I've just loved it. And I feel like in life, you just need to don't just go with the flow and just live how other people want you to live. Be yourself. Be your real authentic self, even if it doesn't fit in the mold of how society wants us to be. Just be your authentic self. If someone is gonna fall in love with you regardless, and fall in love with whatever you decide, whatever you produce in life. So that's my viewpoint. But yeah, that's it.